செக் பண்ணி பார்த்தியா? வருதா?
செக் பண்ணி பார்த்துட்டு தான்
கவரில் போட்டேக்கா. அங்கே கொடுக்கும்போது கவர் எடுத்துட்டு மக்கள் வந்து தேங்காய் தொடர்பு கொடுக்குற மாதிரி கொடுத்துருவாங்க. இது வந்து அங்கே இருந்ததானா இல்லை உள்ளே வச்சுருந்ததா? கால் லேபில் இருந்து கல்வி காட்டுவாங்க. தொடச்சிட்டியா? டஸ்ட் இருக்கே
அது கிளியராக தான் இருக்கும்.
கல்யாணத்துக்கு போட்டோ எடுக்க நீ ஃபோட்டோகிராஃபர் எடுத்துக்கிறேன்.
ஓகேங்களா? இதில் இருக்க ஆடியோ தான் இருக்கும். இதில் ஆன்ல இருக்க ஆடியோ.
ஒரு சேரை போட்டு உட்காந்து
போய் ஆன் பண்ணியிருக்கேன்.
அங்கே இங்கே முடிச்சுட்டு
இதுதான் இங்கே ப்ராட்காஸ்ட் ஆகணும். சரி.
Morning to one and all present here. This is Shivani and Karthik Rajesh of Final Year MBA. On behalf of PSG Institute of Management and PSG Institute of Advanced Studies, we are honored and privileged to welcome the honorable dignitaries, esteemed faculty members, distinguished guests, proud parents, and our dear freshers. We welcome you all to the inauguration ceremony of the batch 2025 to 2027. As you step into this new chapter, may you be inspired to learn, grow, and shine in every way possible. Welcome to the PSGIM family. A new chapter commences today as we extend a warm welcome to our incoming students. This marks the beginning of an exciting journey filled with intellectual growth, professional development, and boundless opportunities. We are thrilled to have such promising individuals join our community.
Let us begin this occasion with a moment of reflection and gratitude. As the poet Rumi said, let the beauty we love be what we do. Let us seek the blessings of the Almighty. I now invite Ms. Ritika RP, final year MBA student, to render the prayer song. I kindly request everyone to rise for the prayer.
ಶರಣು ಸಿದ್ಧಿವಿನಾಯಕ ಶರಣು ವೇದ್ಯ ಪ್ರದಾಯಕ ಶರಣು ಸಿದ್ಧಿವಿನಾಯಕ ಶರಣು ವೇದ್ಯ ಪ್ರದಾಯಕ ಶರಣು ಪಾರ್ವತಿ ಧನಯ ಮೂರುತಿ ಶರಣು ಪಾರ್ವತಿ ಧನಯ ಮೂರುತಿ ಶರಣು ಮೂಷಿಕ ವಾಹನ ಶರಣು ಪಾರ್ವತಿ ಧನಯ ಮೂರುತಿ ಶರಣು ಮೂಷಿಕ ವಾಹನ ಶರಣು ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ವಿನಾಯಕ ಶರಣು ವೇದ್ಯ ಪ್ರದಾಯಕ ಶರಣು 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 ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ವಿನಾಯಕ
Thank you all. To commence this auspicious occasion, we will perform a time-honored tradition, the lighting of the lamp. The radiance from the lamp signifies the illumination of knowledge and wisdom. We are honored to invite our esteemed dignitaries to grace this moment with their presence. We also request our Managing Trustee, Shri L. Gopalakrishnan, to kindly join us. To further embody the spirit of new beginnings, we also invite Ms. Shruti Sanjay, a student from the Freshers batch, to kindly join us.
Thank you, dignitaries. This moment represents not just the commencement of a program, but the beginning of a transformative experience that will shape the future leaders of tomorrow. We are truly honored to have our director, Dr. Srividya, with us today. Her exceptional expertise and visionary leadership have been instrumental in guiding our institution to new heights. Her dedication to academic excellence.
Thank you, Karthik. Good morning, respected Managing Trustee, Chief Guest, Director of Global Engagements, Chairperson of PSG Management Alumni Association, Coordinator of the International Study Wing, faculty colleagues, staff, students, and parents. Good morning and a warm welcome to all of you. It is with great joy that we welcome you to PSG Institute of Management for the MBA and MS inaugural program for this academic year 25-26. PSGIM, with a legacy that spans more than 6 decades, has been a pioneer in shaping responsible business leaders grounded in values, innovation, and social commitment. First, I would like to extend my heartfelt welcome to our chief guest, Mr. Rajesh Dureswamy, Chairman, CII Coimbatore, and the Joint Managing Director of Salsar Electronics, an inspiring leader whose journey exemplifies innovation, strategic vision, and responsible entrepreneurship. Welcome, sir. We are honored by your presence and look forward to your insights that would serve as an encouragement for the aspiring managers. I'm deeply grateful to Sri L. Gopalakrishnan, our managing trustee, whose visionary leadership and steadfast commitment to excellence continue to guide PSG institutions. Sir, we thank you for being here with us today and your continued support in shaping generations of future leaders. I take the privilege to welcome my faculty colleagues, Dr. Kanchana, Ms. Preeta, staff members, and especially the proud parents and guardians who have entrusted us with the important responsibility of mentoring and molding their words. Most importantly, to our new MBA students, welcome to PSG Institute of Management. This moment is more than an academic milestone as it lays a foundation for a career defined by insight, influence, and integrity. You are about to embark on a journey that will challenge you, shape you, and ultimately empower you. This inaugural marks not just the beginning of your MBA, but the beginning of a transformation from a student to professional, from a learner to a leader. At PSG Institute of Management, we believe management education is not just about acquiring knowledge, but to cultivate purposeful and holistic individuals. Over the next 2 years, you'll be exposed to rigorous academics, meaningful industry engagement, global perspectives, social impact initiatives, and personal reflection. You will meet mentors who will challenge you, your peers who will inspire you, and opportunities that will push you beyond your comfort zone. Make the most of it, stay curious, be proactive, and never stop asking why. As you step into this vibrant learning environment, know that you're not alone. You are part of the PSGIM family, a family that stands for excellence, value, and transformation. Once again, I welcome you all to this inaugural and wish the new cohort the very best as they begin their journey towards becoming business leaders of tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Legacy is not just built in years, it's built in purpose, in progress, and in people. Today, we take immense pride in celebrating a remarkable journey, a journey that began a century ago. Let us take a moment to witness the legacy of PSG and Sons Charitable Trust, an institution that has stood the test of time for 100 glorious years, dedicated to the cause of education, industry, and social service. We now invite you all to join us for an audiovisual presentation that celebrates this milestone.
For nearly a century, PSG and Sons Charities has been transforming lives through education, healthcare, and community service. Founded in 1926 by the four sons of Sri P.S. Govindaswamy Naidu, the trust was built on a powerful principle: giving back to society. What began with the establishment of Sarvajana High School and PSG Industrial Institute in Peelamedu has grown into a legacy that spans generations. Shaped by visionary guidance over the decades, PSG has built an unparalleled educational ecosystem. Today, under the stellar leadership of Sri L. Gopalakrishnan, the Trust continues to thrive and transform, setting new benchmarks in education, healthcare, and service. From multiple PSG schools, which lay the foundation for young learners, to premier institutions like PSG Polytechnic College, PSG College of Arts and Science, PSG College of Technology, and PSG Institute of Management, the Trust has set global benchmarks in academic excellence. Institutions such as PSG Institute of Health Sciences, PSG Institute of Technology and Applied Research, and PSG Institute of Architecture and Planning further expand its multidisciplinary reach, fostering innovation and expertise across diverse fields. Known for cutting-edge research, strong industry partnerships, and a commitment to holistic development, PSG institutions produce graduates who excel worldwide, driving innovation and progress. With the establishment of PSGIM SR, PSG Hospitals, and PSG Institute of Oncology, the Trust has brought world-class accessible healthcare to the community. From pioneering heart transplants to advanced cancer treatments, PSG continues to redefine medical excellence. PSG STEP, the Science and Technology Entrepreneurial Park, nurtures startups and innovation. The PSG Institute of Advanced Studies drives breakthroughs in nanotechnology and biotechnology, while its credit transfer programs foster global collaborations with leading universities. The PSG Convention Center is a state-of-the-art venue for conferences, exhibitions, and cultural events. With modern architecture and a pillar-less auditorium that seats over 1,500, it fosters innovation, knowledge sharing, and community engagement. Initiatives like PSG Manavar Illam and PSG Vishnu Granthi uplift underprivileged communities, staying true to the Trust's commitment to service. Today, with 30 institutions, PSG and Sons Charities continues to positively impact over 5 lakh students, standing as a driving force for change and opportunity. True to Sri P.S. Govindaswamy Naidu's vision, let there be charity so that others can share my family's prosperity. PSG's legacy continues to inspire and transform lives. This is the PSG legacy.
From this visionary foundation emerged one of its most esteemed institutions, a beacon of management education in South India, PSG Institute of Management. As management education at PSG completes 60 successful years in shaping leaders and innovators, we invite you to continue this journey with us through the next AV, showcasing PSGIM's path of excellence and impact.
Management education at PSG has been a journey of innovation, excellence, and leadership spanning 6 decades. In 1964, PSG was the first educational institution in India to offer a management program, laying the foundation for what would become a journey of excellence. This vision was spearheaded by Dr. G.R. Damodaran, the first principal of PSG College of Technology. In 1971, the Department of Management Sciences introduced the Master of Management Studies, which later evolved into the MBA program. This was a significant milestone and laid the foundation for a comprehensive management curriculum that would set the standards for future programs. Understanding the needs of working professionals, PSG launched the part-time management program in 1973, offering flexible learning opportunities to those balancing careers and education. By 1975, the MBA program was firmly established. The institute's reputation continued to grow, attracting students from across the country. The year 1994 marked a metamorphosis for management education at PSG. Under the futuristic vision of the then managing trustee, Shri G.R. Karthikeyan, the Department of Management Sciences was transformed into PSG Institute of Management to be a center of excellence in management education and industry support. In 1997, PSG signed a landmark memorandum of understanding with the University of Toledo, strengthening its global connections and broadening the horizons for its students. In the same year, PSGIM also signed an MOU with Indian Institute of Foreign Trade to offer their master's program in international business. The turn of the millennium saw PSGIM upgrading and modernizing its facilities under the visionary leadership of the then managing trustee Shri V. Rajan. In the year 2006, under the support and guidance of managing trustee Shri G. Rangaswamy, PSG began offering international management programs in collaboration with the University of Toledo. The institute saw steady progress and expanded its global presence under the stewardship of Sri L. Gopalakrishnan. The following years were marked by continuous improvement in curriculum, pedagogy, infrastructure, and technology, ensuring that PSGIM remained at the forefront. In 2010, PSGIM became the first B school in India to receive the prestigious accreditation from the Accreditation Council for Business Schools and Programs, affirming the institute's commitment to excellence on a global scale. In 2011, PSGIM continued to innovate with the launch of the AICTE-approved Postgraduate Diploma in Management program, reflecting the institute's dedication to providing diverse and industry-relevant education. Moving forward, PSG launched collaborative programs with Leeds Beckett University, Northern Kentucky University, and Illinois Institute of Technology. In 2020, keeping in line with the mission of the founders of this esteemed institution, PSGIM was among the first in the country to launch an MBA program in waste management and social entrepreneurship to foster sustainable and green environmental goals. From its inception in 1964 to the present day, PSG Institute of Management, 6 decades of dreams ignited, ambitions realized, where inspiration takes flight.
Now, it is a pleasure to introduce the distinguished guest, Mr. Rajesh Duraiswamy, Joint Managing Director, Salza Electronics.
Mr. Rajesh Duraiswamy is a graduate in electrical engineering and an alumnus of PSG College of Technology. He pursued his postgraduate studies in business management in the United States. A technocrat turned industrialist, he took over as the managing director of the erstwhile Salsa Controls Limited and successfully led the company for over 5 years. Following the merger of Salsa Controls with Salsa Electronics Limited, he assumed the role of joint managing director at Salsa Electronics Limited, effectively functioning as the CEO since 2002. A dynamic and forward-thinking entrepreneur, Mr. Duraiswamy oversees the operations of the Salsa group of companies, which includes the flagship Salsa Electronics Limited, along with other ventures such as a hospital, a school, and various manufacturing businesses. Mr. Rajesh Duraiswamy is actively involved in community and industry initiatives. In addition, he has been a member of the Entrepreneurs Organization since 2011 and currently serves as the chairman of the Confederation of Indian Industry, Coimbatore. Please join us in extending a warm welcome to Mr. Rajesh Duraiswamy.
Good morning, all of you. It's truly an honor for me and a privilege to be here today at the PSGIM. As you saw that, a name synonymous with excellence in education. Firstly, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to our managing trustee, Sri L. Gopalakrishnan, for having me here today, and it's a privilege for me to be here with him today. Thank you, sir. Also thank Director Dr. Sri Vidya for bringing me here today. We have been associated for the last 1.5, 2 years now in CAI and for being owner. And thank you for being here. And of course, my relative Kavita, who relentlessly followed me to bring me here. Thank you. As I think you have seen the videos, what more you want? I think you all are all privileged to be here in this institute, having got this admission and going to take up your future journey. PSG is always known for creating visionary leaders. I myself have been a PSG alumni in the tech. I think my whole family, my father was here, my daughter was in PSGIM in medical college. My younger one is still studying here in technology. And a lot of my nephews and nieces are still studying, and a lot of them have been here. So PSG is kind of a second home for us. We have always been roaming here for the last 25, 30 years now. So you definitely have to feel very, very privileged because this is something that not everybody gets an opportunity. So you have got this opportunity, and today I think is a great milestone, inaugurating international collaborative MBA and MS programs under the International Study Wing. This is not just a new academic offering. I think you have to look at it as a gateway to the global mindset. It's a powerful gateway to creating a global mindset. Because today we are living in a world where tectonic shifts are happening. We have not seen challenges like what is there today. The whole world is seeing very, very different kind of challenges which is never seen before. Of course, in manufacturing, you see automation, robotics, technology is taking over, transforming businesses, geopolitics. Of course, I just saw, it was very surprised. I think 5 years before PSG started a program on sustainability. Today, I think world over people are talking about ESG, environmental, social and governance, ESG. It's a big talk across the world. So I think that's how institutes transform students and prepare students for future. So that's really a very good program and good thought that you started even 5 years ago, even before businesses started talking about this. So just a few things on technology. If you see, I think today the world manufacturing industry, particularly because I am from that kind of industry, is being transformed dramatically because of automation, robotics. And we all know what AI is doing today for all of us. Still, we all don't know how this is going to impact us, but definitely this is going to impact every part of our life going forward. Recently, I was in China for a visit, and I've seen how the country has transformed. We all know that China is a manufacturing powerhouse for the world. I've seen ghost factories running in China in the recent visit. I think earlier there used to be thousands of workers coming out in the lunchtime and hostels inside the factories. But today, the hostels have become factories and there are no people. Ghost shifts means there are no people. The machines run, robots work, and factories produce. So they're transformed. I've not seen any country adapt this automation and robotics as fast as China. I think even the Europeans used to do before, the Americans used to do, but Chinese have adapted that fast. I think we are definitely a little bit slow in India doing that, but we are starting now. I think the next 15, 20 years is for our country. We can definitely see how this is going to impact us. And the same way, I think you look at the geopolitics you call, or geo-economic realignment, which is very important for students like you who are going to be the future leaders. 30 years ago, we were all talking about globalization. There was World Trade Organization. People were talking about, the world as one marketplace. 30 years later, today, completely going in the opposite direction. Every country wants to make it in their own country. Make in India, they call. Make in America, they say. Every country says. Saudi Arabia says, make here. Every large country which has a marketplace says, make it here. So completely deglobalization, they are detaching themselves from the world. So you're seeing a lot of transformation. It started with, I think, COVID. We saw what happened. People were not very happy with what happened in China because China locked down for a longer time than the rest of the world. So the entire supply chain for the world got disrupted. I don't know how many of you experienced. I think there were no cars were not. The people were not able to produce cars. We didn't get automobiles. 2-wheelers were not able to be produced because a lot was dependent on China and the supply was not coming through. Then Trump came the first time. Trump had some tariffs against China. Trump's second era now, we know what's happening. Crazy things. He's doing what he wants to do every day, morning and the evening. There are new rules coming up. So with all this completely uncertain and so dynamic world, businesses thought that we can't completely rely on China. And I can give you one example, the Apple phone. I don't know how many of you know Apple doesn't own a single factory, right? It's completely outsourced. So they outsource it to somebody else in China. 100% of their phones are made in China. So with all these dynamic shifts, what they did, I think in less than 6-8 months, almost 30% of their phones are now being made in India, and they are shipping it back to US. 30 or 40% of their phones. So that's how today the businesses are transforming. I mean to say that that's how the businesses have to be agile, the resilient, how flexible and fast. I mean, if you ask me to shift in less than 1 year to a different country, we cannot do it. But then that's how the global businesses operate. So that's how fast and agile, and at the speed at which you realign yourself to the global dynamics. I think that's something that you have to keep it in mind when you are getting into a program, an international program like this. How global businesses work and how the global mindsets work. So having said that, I think so many companies are coming to India. Why? Because China was regarded to be the cheapest manufacturing country. Not the cheapest, I think the most efficient manufacturing country. And that's where all the businesses went. Today, I think it's changing. Not because China is not more efficient, because they lost the trust of the world, and the rest of the businesses in the world are looking at the next opportunity or where they can go. So look at the world, I think India is the next best opportunity, though I would say that we are not still as efficient as the Chinese are. We're definitely, I would say, at least 10 years behind. But there are some people who say we are much behind, but on the efficiency side, I think we are still behind China. But then we are the second best opportunity for the businesses across the world. Look at India, I think Vietnam is also there, close to us. Thailand, Malaysia are some of the countries that global businesses are trying to relocate their factories or start new businesses. Why I'm saying this is that you've got a lot of opportunity coming up in India. There's so many things. If you look at the current news, there's so many industries are setting up factories here in defense, in aerospace, IT, global capability centers. We had a large conference here. There's so many companies looking at Tamil Nadu particularly for these centers. So there are huge opportunities opening up for you from the global companies. So I'm saying that not necessarily that you have to move abroad, but you have the opportunities here. But having said that, as leaders, you have to adjust to the global mindset. So that's very important. So as I said that when just recently what happened about this the global dynamics. So when you all become business managers or leaders, what you have to keep in mind is one thing that you just definitely have to remember is nothing is certain. The life is not certain for us, right? We don't know what will happen next minute. So when the life is not certain, nothing is certain in this world. The only thing that is certain is uncertainty. That you have to keep it in mind. So please embrace this uncertainty, embrace this ambiguity, because things change so fast. So if you embrace it, I think you will be able to quickly change and adapt. So keep that in mind. Then you won't look that uncertainty as an uncertainty. You will automatically adjust yourself at a speed that you have to adjust for yourself. So when I said that life is not uncertain and you become a business leader and you manage something, you are in a position where you're taking some decisions. So take those decisions with some empathy, because life is not certain, right, for all of us. So you always have to have that empathy when you're dealing or doing business or dealing with your subordinates or your higher ups, wherever it is. It's not just numbers always. So take your decisions, I would say, with empathy, and when you're leading, lead with influence. Don't use your authority. If you are in a position tomorrow, lead with influence. I think you can see a lot of examples around you. I always cite Mahatma Gandhi as a good example, who actually led with example. He was there in front, and he really influenced the entire country to join forces. And you can also look at today's business leaders, Indian business leaders, so many of them leading global companies, ex-PepsiCo chairman from Tamil Nadu, Indra Nooyi, I think, beautiful example, a woman from here, from this state, went there and transformed the company from normal soft aerated beverages company into a health drink company. So there's a beautiful transformation she did, and we can imagine how she would have done that. Definitely not out of authority. And there are a lot of current leaders also. You see Microsoft CEO or Google CEO. A lot of Indians who are leading there. Another very good example that we can talk on the politics in India. I think there was a leader, definitely before you were born. I think I don't know. You all must be around 25 years now, approximately 20 to 25. So I don't know how many of you heard about Narasimha Rao. Have you, all of you? No? If not, please Google and see what he has done for this country. I think we are here today. He is one of the reasons today. He really opened up this country, transformed the India was a very closed country. So he opened it up in the year 1991, and our company was one of the beneficiaries of whatever happened in those years, and the growth that we have had in all those years is because of that transformation. And then post that, of course, many of the leaders followed that. But why I cited him is because he really led that 5 years in India as Prime Minister, not with any authority, because he didn't have any authority. He was a minority government, Prime Minister of a minority government, but he really led, he influenced a lot of people around him, he led that country. So I think that's a good example for you to see how a leader can be and lead through influence, but not with authority. And at the same time, I also say that whatever you do, wherever you work, do with some kind of a passion. Without that, I think you won't have an attachment to what you're working with, and if that is not there, then the results are definitely not going to show. Because there's no shortcut in life. I mean, it's only hard work. The life is no shortcut at all. If you think there's a shortcut to success, it is not there. So it's always hard work, failures. I can take my own example. I think we have had a lot of ventures that failed. We have closed companies. Companies went bankrupt. We went to the bankruptcy courts. We fought there. We have collaborators who left us. We have failed products, market returns. I think those are always a cycle. There's no graph that goes straight up. It's always ups and downs, and when there are downs and failures, I think that's where you learn more. That's experience. The failures gives you experience. The only thing that you have to ensure that is that don't make the same mistake again. If you're making the same mistakes again and again, then there is no upward journey. Then it's only a downward journey. So once you understand that there's a problem, you fail, I think you learn from that, correct yourself, and then grow. I think the best thing that, I don't know how many of you are engineers already here, but in the engineering, in manufacturing, we always call it as the root cause analysis. Why it happened? You find out the root cause of the failure, and then you do a corrective action report. So these are the two things that we constantly do in our manufacturing factories to ensure that the product doesn't have the same failure again, and then the process is set. I think it suits for life for all of us. Right? You do a mistake, find out the root cause of the mistake, correct yourself, take a corrective action, and if you go and you do something passionately, I don't think that you're having failures. One example for us is, I think we had a very nice collaboration of making automotive parts in Coimbatore way back in 2000, but unfortunately it failed in 2 years because we had a collaborator from US. He's an Indian American. Unfortunately, in those days, I think we couldn't gel culturally. I think the thinking was different for an Indian American who was living in America, came here to do business first time. And for us also, it was something new. We couldn't gel culturally. I think his thinking was different and our thinking was different. That also you have to understand. When you are, I think you are going to go abroad also to do your MBA study there. I think that can give you an head start in these kind of things. Because an S here in our negotiating table sometimes is a no. Whereas for foreigners, yes is a yes, no is a no. We don't deal like that. And in India, for us, time is flexible. We say 8:30, 8:45, we come 30 minutes late, 1 hour late sometimes. We don't really mind. But for them, time is not flexible, time is rigid. So that these cultural understandings you need to have. Whatever you do, you have to create a trust in the person or in the business opposite to you. So for that, I think you have to understand how they communicate, how they deal, what is their cultural understanding of various things. Your program I think, will give you an excellent head start for those kind of things. Again, coming back to the opportunities, I think when the global shift is happening, I think it doesn't matter what happens. I think every country can make it themselves or whatever tariffs they put. The businesses will always flock to a place where they can be more efficient. They have to make money. Any business has to make money, so they will only go to a place where it's more efficient. So I think that India is in a very, very bright spot, though we have to do a lot of things, but in a very bright spot. So we see a lot of opportunities coming up around the day. So use this program, use this as an experience, because as a student you can do a lot of mistakes, you can learn a lot of things. You can also visit a lot of businesses, a lot of factories as a student. Once you're out of this college, you go to anywhere, I think you're not allowed inside. You come to my factory as a person, not as a student, we don't allow you in. But you take a letter from your college and come in, then you're free to get into any factory and just go around anywhere. Nobody is asking anything to you. So that is a great opportunity as a student that you have. So try and do as many business visits, factory visits, understand what is happening across. So you will know how these companies work, what they think, what they want from you when you're out of it. Or even if you want to become an entrepreneur yourself later on, you get a lot of knowledge when you go and see these companies and experience yourself. Because when you go out as a person, I think the tomorrow's world is not for a specialist. If you're a specialist in one area, I think you're not going to be successful. I'm not saying you're not, but then that's not enough. As I already said, I think you have to be very, very agile, flexible. You have to be extremely passionate in what you're doing. So I think a leader with these knowledge, these capabilities, and these attributes is going to be successful. Because that is how the world is changing today. I have been seeing this for the last 25 years. I've been running the business. When we started, things are very, very stable. But as we progress, I think things are changing at a speed that we can't even imagine. I think the future also is going to be like that. So we have to quickly adapt to this changing world. Like how you have seen how PSG has transformed. If somebody who is very stale, I think you're not going to sustain for 100 years. Like you're studying in a 100-year institution today. You can see how dynamically the institution has changed. I have seen that when I studied here, how it was and how the institute is today. I think they're completely transformed. So that's how every business has to do. Every individual also has to change and adapt to the arising situation in a very, very quick and flexible manner. If you're flexible, you'll automatically adapt and you will do. So my only advice to you is use this program not just as a passport to another country, but as a passport to a global mindset, to a different thinking. Come out of your comfort zone. If you always live in your comfort zone, then you're not going to grow. I think anything that grows doesn't stay in their comfort zone. So come out of your comfort zone, and I would say, don't just exist. Live, thrive, live happily. I think if you're passionate in doing what you're doing, I think you will definitely live happily, you will thrive. So having said that, I would like to close saying a big thank you to our managing trustee for bringing me here. Thank you, sir, and your director, Dr. Srividya, and all the faculty members here. Thank you very much for having me here. And I would say that before I wish you, if there are any questions you want to ask, or anything you think that you want me to ask, I would open the floor for a few minutes. When your director said in her opening remarks, don't afraid to ask why. Right? Thank you very much. I wish you all the very best, and I'm sure that you all will come out with flying colors. Wish you all the best. Good luck.
Thank you so much, sir. We are grateful for your time and the wisdom you've imparted, which will undoubtedly guide and motivate us as we move forward.
As a token of our respect and appreciation, we would like to invite our esteemed Managing Trustee, Sri L. Gopalakrishnan, to present the memento to Mr. Rajesh Duraiswamy, Joint Managing Director, Salza Electronics. We also request the dignitaries to kindly join. Thank you, dignitaries. Now, we invite Ms. Preeta S. Priyadarshini, Chairperson, PSG Management Alumni Association, to felicitate the students.
Good morning. Good morning. I don't see the enthusiasm for the first day. Good morning. So, respected Managing Trustee Sri L. Gopalakrishnan, Director Dr. Srividya ma'am, our Chief Guest Mr. Rajesh, faculty and students. I was suddenly asked to speak, so I haven't come prepared. I'll try to do my best and I'll keep it short. I'm sure all of you are excited to start your first day today. I completed my master's program in international business back in 2004. So that's 21 long years before. But I am so proud, even today, to say that I'm an alumni of PSG Institute of Management. And as the chairperson of PSGIM, I welcome you all to this wonderful college, which does not just teach you from the textbooks, it teaches you life, it teaches you resilience, it teaches you how to persevere. So, my friends, I'm sure you would have completed your probably 14 years of school education and then 3 years or 4 years of undergraduation, and you're here today, some with work experience, some fresh out of college. All I want to tell you all is this is the place where you can mold yourself. This is the place where you have to make good the opportunities given to you, because there will be so much presented in front of you, you won't know what to take and what to leave. But if you can manage to grab as much as you can from this college, I can tell you all, 10 years from now, you'd be standing right here on this stage, like me, sharing your experience with the rest of the newcomers. Back then in 2002, 2004, we had a very packed schedule. This is something that I tell every year. I'm sure most of your seniors will resonate and they will remember whatever I said. Our day started off at 6:37 in the morning because yoga was compulsory. And I still tell ma'am, you should make it compulsory again. It is such an important part of a student life. So we come to college at 6:30. God knows what time we go back. Sometimes 9:30, sometimes 10, sometimes 10:30, sometimes we sleep in the hostel with the rest of the hostelites. I was a day scholar. It was not that we were having fun here, but we had so much work to do. We were loaded with assignments, we were loaded with projects. And trust me, we used to, we used to be so angry with college those days because we never had any free time. But when you go back, when you go working, when you start working, when you start an organization, then you realize how much this college has done to you. Because believe me, students, it's not easy outside. You need to prove every moment. And there is so much competition. So this college here teaches you so many things other than what is taught in books. It teaches you to survive. What more do you want? So make the most out of these 2 years. Don't waste time. Time is extremely precious. Whatever college gives you, whatever opportunities is provided, grab it with both your hands and both your legs too. Right? So with these few words, thank you so much. Wishing you all the very best. Like Mahatma Gandhi ji said, be the change you want to see in the society. Good luck to you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am. As we conclude this ceremony, we express our gratitude to everyone who has contributed to making this event a success. It is our honor to invite Dr. R. Sujata, Professor and Head International Study Wing, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. It's my privilege and honor to deliver the vote of thanks on the inaugural ceremony of the MBA and MS programs at PSGIM. I extend our heartfelt gratitude to our Chief Guest, Mr. Rajesh Doraiswamy, Joint Managing Director of SALSA, for gracing the occasion with his inspiring presence and thought-provoking inaugural address. Your insights into industry expectations and global perspectives have set the perfect tone for the academic journey that lies ahead for our students. We are deeply honored by the presence of Shri L. Gopalakrishnan, a managing trustee who has always been a constant source of vision and support in all our academic endeavors. Thank you, sir, for presiding over today's ceremony and encouraging us in our pursuit of excellence. A special thanks to Dr. V. Srividya, Director, PSG Institute of Management, for the warm welcome and for continually driving our academic programs with integrity and purpose. I wish to take the opportunity to thank all our international university partners from University of Toledo, Northern Kentucky University, Leeds Beckett University, and Illinois Institute of Technology for their continued collaboration and shared commitment to nurturing global leaders. I would also express my thanks to Dr. Kanchana, Director of Global Engagement, and Ms. Preeta, Chairperson, PSG Management Alumni Association for their presence and those kind words too. I would also extend our appreciation to the faculty team at PSGIM who play an instrumental role in mentoring students, shaping curriculum, and supporting our collaborative programs with passion and professionalism. Our gratitude goes out to the admissions team and administrative staff for their support. And to our incoming batch of students and their families, thank you for placing your trust in our institute. At PSGIM, you're not just earning a degree, you're building a global mindset equipped to lead in an interconnected world. The institute empowers you to transform your potential into purpose-driven impact. We look forward to supporting and celebrating your academic and professional journey over the next 2 years ahead and beyond that too. Once again, thank you all for being with us this morning, and we wish the new batch a wonderful and enriching experience at PSGIM. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Before we sign off, we would like to extend one special welcome once again to the batch of 2025-27. We are incredibly excited to have you embark on this journey with us and look forward to witnessing your growth and achievements over the coming years. We kindly request everyone to remain seated until the dignitaries have exited the hall. Further announcements will be made shortly.
Certificate verification for all the
Certificate verification for all the students will be done at the convention hall at 3:30 p.m. I repeat, certificate verification for all the students will be done at the convention hall at 3:30 p.m. All the students are requested to go to the amphitheater for the refreshments and report back to the convention hall by 10:20 for Meet the Director program. I repeat, all the students are requested to go to the amphitheater for refreshments and report back to the convention hall at 10:20 for Meet the Director program.
Hold on.
I apologize. The refreshments will be provided in the corridor just outside the hall. Thank you.
கண்ணு திறக்க முடியல. எப்படியா நடக்காம அப்படியே நாளே பாஸ் பண்றாங்க.